What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to talk about how to recover after losing a trade. Now, I know it sucks. Losing a trade is never easy, but it's not the end of the world. And losing a trade can actually help propel you on your way to being a profitable trader if you recover correctly. Now, what is the recovery process? I can only talk from my perspective and what I do, so hopefully this helps you out. Now, after I lose a trade, the first thing I do is recap. I need to recap the trade, because if I do not understand what happened during the trade, why I lost the trade, then I'm more likely to repeat the same thing over and over again. What a lot of people do, they will lose a trade and then immediately go to find their next trade, and then immediately go to find their next trade, next trade. And then what happens is, if you had just maybe recapped the first 1 to 2 trades, you would have avoided loss number 3, number 4, number 5, because 9 times out of 10, you lost for the same reasons. You may have been too emotional, or you may have, veered off of your strategy. And there's a few questions that I ask myself every time after I lose a trade. Here are those questions right now. So the first question I ask myself is, Isaac, why did you lose, right? I just want to evaluate why I lost the trade, right? Did I veer off my strategy? Was it the price action? Was I forcing a trade? What was it? I need to write down why I lost the trade. Was it me, getting out too early, right? Did I not trust my position enough? Did I not trust myself enough? Was I not confident in the play that caused me to exit early and take a loss? What was it? Identify that first. Next, I ask myself, Isaac, what were you feeling? A huge part of the stock market, probably the biggest part, is emotion. If you are not emotionally disciplined, you will lose every trade. If not every trade, you will lose most trades, right? Because if you're not emotionally disciplined, you're just going to be making decisions based off how you feel and not what you see. So if I was feeling, if I was anxious, then I'm gonna make anxious plays. I'm gonna make anxious decisions, right? And that could be a really, really easy way to lose money. Did I have FOMO? Did I just have fear of missing out? And I loaded a position I knew I shouldn't have loaded in. It was a Hail Mary, right? What was I feeling? So I can understand that I cannot feel this way. And next time I feel that way, maybe tomorrow or the next day, you'll feel the same way you did when you lost the trade, right before you lost the trade, and you'll be able to realize that, okay, I'm feeling anxious again. Last time I was feeling anxious and I made an anxious decision, I got some anxious results, right? I lost the play. So next time, I'm going to make sure I am not anxious, right? And if I feel anxious, I'm going to take a deep breath, right? I'm going to breathe in, I'm going to breathe out, and then I'm going to go about my business and make a very calculated, mentally stable play, right? I'm not going to be anxious. I'm not going to have FOMO. I'm not going to be fearful. I'm just going to be cool. I'm going to be nice and steady. The next question, and probably a very obvious question, is, what did you trade, right? This is just where I put all the details of the play down. Let's say I traded Apple. I got the $150 call. I paid this much for it. I sold it for this much. This is my entry. This is my exit. And just to keep track of it. So I have, why did I trade it? I have, what was I feeling? And I have what I traded as well. So I have the 3 main components to completely evaluate why I lost this play. Before we move on to the next part, I want to emphasize how important it is to journal your trades. Journal everything, right? I know that P&L, your profit loss, is the common measurement of success in the market. But when you trade, or when you journal your trades, you are able to see how far you've come emotionally, how far you've come discipline-wise, mentally, right? You need to have that journal as well. You need to have a count of, okay, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I was right here, right? I was not doing well. I was an emotional wreck, mentally all over the place when it came to the market. I wasn't very disciplined within my strategy. Fast forward, to present day, now I'm doing a lot better. I see where the progress is. So maybe even if you're not trading the way you want to trade yet, you can still acknowledge the fact that you are improving. Because if you can't tell you're improving, then you feel like you're stagnant. Because if the only measure of your success is the money, then you're kind of, you're doing yourself a disservice. Because most traders, take years to become profitable, because the process of becoming a good trader is, it can be a lengthy one. Obviously, it depends on how much time you put in, but for most people, it's not something that happens overnight. So you need to be able to measure different aspects of your progress and success. Lastly, we want to refresh our strategy. What does that mean exactly? Especially after a nasty loss, I always like to write my strategy down again. And my strategy isn't ABC, but it's more of me not being a jack of all trades. There are certain things I look for in the market. There's certain things I like to trade. There's certain ways I like to go about things, right? So if my strategy is I like to trade this pattern, this pattern, this pattern, this pattern, I need to write that down. That's my specialty. That's what I'm going to be a master at. I'm not going to be good at everything. I'm going to be a master at a few things, right? These are the patterns I'm looking for, chart patterns, candlestick patterns. I'm going to be a master of those. Over here, these are the companies I like to trade, right? I'm not going to be jump from small to mid to large caps, especially when day trading. I'm going to stick to a few different companies that I'm familiar with. I know how they move. I know how the contracts are already priced. I know, how volatile they are. I know everything about these companies, and these are the companies I'm going to master, right? I know I can make money consistently off these companies. I'm staying here. That's cool. That's not saying you can't. If there's a crazy, stupid, obvious opportunity, I'm not saying you just corner yourself within these companies, but you need to have structure, right? So I have these patterns over here. I have these companies over here. Where are my indicators? What indicators do I use? I use indicator 1, 2, 3, and 4, or 1, 2, 3, right? I'm not gonna be over here. Somebody says, "Oh my gosh, this indicator is so good. You need to check this out," or you need to trade this company, or you need to trade this pattern, right? No, I'm gonna stick to what I know. I'm gonna stick to what I'm good at. I don't care what you're doing. I need to worry about me and what I'm doing. So I have my patterns I stick with over here. I have my candlestick patterns over there, or my chart patterns, my candlestick patterns. I have the 5 to 7 companies right here that I always know how they trade. I love the way they move. Those companies are for me. And I have my indicators over here, and that's the realm I'm going to master, right? Realize I'm saying the word master. A lot of people want to, one day they're over here, one day they're over there. They're using this indicator, they're using that indicator. You need to master something. Be a master of something, okay? So that's all I have for this video. Hopefully this helped you. Hopefully your recovery process will be a lot smoother, and this will help your mental as well, right? Journal your trades, journal your progress, measure your discipline, measure your emotional stability, mental stability in the market, all right? Be a master of few rather than good at all right? So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I have more videos, as you guys know, coming out all the time, and I'll see you guys later.